Under the Minnis administration, there was an ongoing battle between the executive management team, the middle managers, and line staff at the Water and Sewage Corporation. With just a little over a month since the general elections and the removal of the former chairman, Adrian Gibson, at least one union leader says its morale at WSC is beginning to return. As for the union's relationship with the general manager, time will tell. Saunders has more.
Ongoing battles between the Water and Sewage Corporation, executive management, middle managers, and line staff unions were a hot-button issue under the former Free National Movement government, with repeated calls for both Executive Chairman Adrian Gibson and General Manager Elwood Donaldson to resign, even in the final weeks before the general election. On Monday, JCN Love 97 had the opportunity to speak with Montgomery Miller, president of the Water and Sewage Corporation Managerial Union, who says that although many of their concerns remain unaddressed, staff has reported a boost in morale since the removal of Mr. Gibson as chairman.
Largely, at least from where I sit, I think clearly the mood of employees has come across as being a sigh of relief. And several employees have made the comment to me that everything feels a little bit lighter and a burden has been lifted. The air of heaviness and being sort of under strong restraint has been lifted quite a bit.
Mr. Miller says he and his members have not yet had the opportunity to meet with the executives, as the new executive board of directors at the Water and Sewage Corporation is still a work in progress, and the union is allowing the new government time to get settled in. However, he was clear that the list of issues the union has are still a concern.
You would recall that we had made an appeal that those promotions suspended, basically stopped and reviewed. Stopped review and canceled, quite frankly. And so far, nothing has gone forward with that. We heard the comments of the minister, both ministers, in fact, Minister Mitchell, and I believe Minister has also spoken to it. So it is still in the review process. We believe our position is that the whole process should be rescinded and we should go back to the way that we normally would do things, which is that every promotion should be vetted and it should be based on merit and no other basis.
Mr. Miller noting that since the change in government, the Managers Union has finally met with Water and Sewage Corporation General Manager Mr. Donaldson, however notes that the GM's hands are tied until a new board of directors is appointed.
It's been a little over a month, and so we really don't have anyone to engage with. We have had one meeting, the management union has had one meeting with the general manager, and so we're waiting to see how things will materialize and go forth. But we suspect that he will have to wait to see what the new board situation is in order for him to have any authority to move things much further along.
Mr. Miller says there needs to be an investigation to determine what role Mr. Donaldson may have played in those last-minute promotions, wrongful dismissals, the withholding of salaries, and unjust transfers. Then the union will determine if they should continue to seek Mr. Donaldson's resignation. Saunders for JCN News.
Meantime, the union leader also updating our news team on those documents that went missing in August of this year. Mr. Montgomery charging that some very important documents went missing from what is supposed to be a secured location at the Water and Sewage Corporation's Prospect Ridge facility. Those documents contain valuable information on the underground water table and shows where subterranean fresh water exists throughout the country. Information compiled over many decades. Now it was in early September the managerial union leader expressed his concerns over the missing documents. Mr. Miller implying earlier this week that the documents have been found. However, there is still concern about their safety and proper storage.
We believe that they are at the main office compound. We don't think that they are secure. From what we understand, we have made this point to the incoming administration we've made that concern. You're aware of it. It's on the public record. We don't know that the issue has been remedied or rectified. So that continues to be a concern.
Staff at WSC contends that the missing documents contain valuable information that have the potential to become a national security threat to the stability of the nation's fresh water supply. At the time the files were reported missing, members of the managerial union said they welcomed an investigation into the missing documents. Recently, Prime Minister Philip Davis in a statement said he too would welcome an investigation into matters at the WSC under the last administration. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.